Well, I caught up with the star cast of Student of the Year along with a young happening director Karan Johar, and the film in fact guys has raked in 50 crore globally in theatricals, and that's no mean feat because the film actually stars just 3 newcomers. But then with Karan's brand name behind it, well, film really got off to a flying start. So here's me chatting up, in fact getting few secrets of Karan Johar out that you have never really heard anywhere before. So tune in and enjoy. Well, I have with me this director who's actually become a principal, and he's actually laughing away to bank 50 crores so far internationally. And how are your students and you doing, Mr. Principal?
मुझे क्यों principal बना दिया? I want to know why. I have been everywhere I've gone. They've called them the students and me the principal.
Who's dressed like, who's wearing the soul core representing and everything?
मेरा promotion look है. This is my look for promotion. This is the St. Teresa's jacket which I worn for every promotional event,
Right.
and very proudly. But that doesn't make me the principal. In fact, I thought this was going to be my youngest film. It would make my perception younger. But
Really?
But it's just gone the other way around. Everyone's made me like the dean or the principal. Or
You're doing the maximum talking. You're not even letting them talk. So let me just go to the
question.
Well, I wanted you to say, except congrats, say, thanks, congratulations, move on, and you're just being our both.
With all humility, the film has everything to do with the three of them. Please speak to them. I'll just take a nap.
Sure?
I'll take a quick coffee break.
No, we won't let him sleep, but for now, let me just go over to the 3 new stars that we have, Siddharth, Alia and Varun, and all of them have been very good guys.
Rather like to party, rather like to move that, they see rather bad. Pankhat pe aati siya, marudi bhaiya, and everybody plays it on.
One question, all three of you have to share one secret of Karan. That...
Other she'll rob mine.
Yeah.
He's terrified of flying in planes. He hates the plane, and yet he takes the
What
most
does he do?
flights ever.
What really
He just looks out and he stares at the clouds, and he says, "Look at the clouds." But there are clouds in the air. That's what I told him. And one flight I sat with him and Alia, who's also slightly paranoid, and I have got scared looking at both of them because Karan, he's talking and suddenly.
स्टूडेंट ऑफ द ईयर कंपटीशन 3 हिस्सों में बटा है. ये 3 सेगमेंट्स टेस्ट करेंगे आपके एकेडमिक्स, आर्ट्स, एथलेटिक्स. Boys and girls, pull up your socks. It's showtime!
He writes a lot. He told us once that he writes
in a diary.
In a diary, yes. So not many people know that. He writes in a diary which no one has seen apparently.
We had a Bridget Jones diary, now we have Karan Johar's diary. I would love to see what's there actually.
All dirty Bollywood secrets. All Bollywood dirty secrets.
Let me tell you, my friends, like some of my old friends, like I have a friend called Kajal Anand, who's one of my closest friends ever, and she every time comes to the house when I'm not in town, because she's very close to mom as well, and keeps going to the maids and saying, "वो कहाँ लिखते हैं, वो कहाँ रखते हैं?" And my maid looks at her flummoxed because she doesn't know, because only I know where those diaries, and I've been writing this since 1991.
Wow.
And it
21
actually, I have to say, the only year that I was inactive was the year I lost my dad, which I didn't write a lot in that zone, and this particular year I have not been. Otherwise, for over 20 years I have archived every day, and I go back, and before I slept, it was like a note, like I would write, if your interview mattered to me, I would write
I shall remember that. So the next time an SMS is exchanged, I shall remember that.
I would write interview with Lada today for headlines today. It's wonderful sometimes to go back to that diary, because I know the first time that I was asked to be a director. I know the first day that I met, say, Shah Rukh Khan. I know the first moment that mattered to me emotionally. I know the first heartbreak. I know the first,
The first heartbreak. You're not trying to get your age.
Oh, it was way back then, but it was 20 years ago, and I think Kuch Kuch Hota is cathartic for me. But that is another interview altogether. But yeah, so that I mean, he is right that there is a diary that which I mentioned to them, I think, in the passing ones, and I'm surprised they remember.
Last, Alia, your take on
Secret. Have you seen the film?
Yeah, of course.
So, Duffrey Wale and Radha. Karan used to perform to that for his friends, for his father's friends.
Yes, that's true.
For not my friends, for my father. My father's friends. They used to make me dance to Duffly Wale because I was obsessed by Sargam as a child. Because I saw it about 4 times at trial shows. You know, those days there were only trial shows we had access. And I fell in love with that song. And to the point that I used to dance to it on my own till my father walked in one day to see me dancing to Duffly Wale, Duffly Baja. And I'm so glad I got these opportunities. Jisko Dewane, Duffly Wale, Gulabi Aankhein. These are all my favorite growing up songs. And all of them are in Student of the Year.
Okay, last question. Karan, I had asked you this question, you know, I SMS'd you about this. So, basically the deal...
critique.
Yes, so which was essentially... Okay, let me just complete. Exactly, yeah. Okay, now, guys, the deal being that, okay, I'm just going to critique the film. We had 3 lovely characters, you know, girl characters, women actually, who were very competitive in school and everything. And, you know, 10 years later, we see them, you know, happily married. One is looking for a husband, the other is a homemaker, the third is also married, a lover. Afra Ben, Jane Austen's novels, like, you know... And you told me that you're not chauvinistic. So I agree that you're not chauvinistic. I know that exactly. So did it cross your mind? I mean, did it cross?
No, in fact, if you ask me, there was a redemption. If you ask me, I have a backstory. The character Shruti, who plays Alia's best friend, Shanaya's best friend, who's competitive and goes. I just felt that eventually the way life it's a message really that she went through all those manipulations and eventually life didn't give her opportunities. Maybe her parents forced her to get married. Maybe she had to just lead a housewife existence where actually she had the burning desire and ambition which never went anywhere. It's kind of divine retribution that you messed up as a human being and you paid the price for it. With the character Sana Sayyed played of Tanya, she was always a gold digger. Vis-a-vis Alia's character who marries her love, we never got into what she could be possibly doing many things, but we never got into that layer. I have to say that it was not a result of chauvinism. It's a result.
No, which it is not, of course.
It's a result of many layers, many characters, therefore many questions left unanswered. And is it always important to answer every question? Isn't that passé?
Well, on that note, I should say that the director should always have the last word. So we are letting Karan have the last word on that one.
This is the director's cut.
The director's cut, actually. So guys, all the very best for more films, Karan. And all the very best to all the 3 newcomers. And guys, this is Lara Singh with Camperson Praveen Patil signing off Headlines today.